alive. Hopefully for real this time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Welcome to Riders of the Lost Sword, where we talk about Tokyo and random shit every week. This is Nami-chan.
This is Andy.
No, son.
And I'm the Frigid Adventurer, Frozen Traveler. I thought we were going with that roll call thing.
I forgot.
I was
didn't
just
know
trying.
about it.
Sorry, I started coughing, and I was just trying to stop coughing before I talked.
Don't worry, I'll fix it in post.
Let's post.
Exactly.
Well,
Post is a cereal company.
No, that's what was it? Was the only reason I remember it from was like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 joke where they were like, "We'll fix it in post." What's post?
well, anyway, this week we are covering Bokenger, episodes 1 through 10. It's going to be that kind of month, people. It's going to be a long one.
It's already almost over.
Yeah. So, Bokenger, a little bit of a synopsis here.
Bokenger.
Start up.
It's an adventure series. It was supposed to be an adventure. It's in the name. Pretty much, it's a ranger group trying to find these things called the Precious to stop stop the Precious stuff from doing bad things or going into the wrong hands, at least.
Dark Shadow.
Dark Shadow is one of the factions.
Didn't they have a term for like all of the factions, just like
the negatives?
Negative syndicates.
That's what I was trying to think of.
And we have been introduced
negative
negative syndicates, and we've been introduced to 3 of them. The Gordon.
Yeah, there will be 4.
There will be 4. We have been introduced to the Gordon civilization. Those are the kind of ancient-looking guys. White guys. They're white.
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah.
And they speak in mystic gibberish.
We're even watching the subs, and the way that TV Nihon did it was that instead of having like Yumo Guife Ivy Zhao, it's more like mystic gibberish.
Yeah, it just says in parentheses, mystic gibberish.
Old gibberish.
Yeah. And then we have...
And I actually, and honestly, that guy, his throat has to hurt after every take.
Yeah.
Because he talks like this all the time. Like, your throat has to be killing you doing that.
Yeah. A little thing about the... Yeah, and the thing about the high leader guy, this is going to be a little bit of a running thing with the supervillains, is that they're all going to be based off of previous Megazords and such.
Yeah, because this was the 30th anniversary series.
This is an anniversary series, yes.
The big red guy is based off of Daijujin.
We'll get to him soon enough. But right now, the Goron leader, he's based off of Go Rangers Varikun?
Vadivaru.
Oh, the Varibloon?
Varikun.
Oh, that's right, they got another one.
Yeah, the Varibloon was the first monster that they ran into. But the Varikun is sort of like, I don't know, it looks like some kind of RV thing. I've not seen Go Rangers, so please excuse me for calling it an RV thing.
I've read about it, I haven't seen it myself.
I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a starting thing. And the minions are there, pretty much they're generic. They almost look like putties to me.
I was going to say,
they do a little bit like the golems, yeah. The golems a little bit.
Yeah, golems.
Golems, which were actually what they were called in the Zoo Ranger.
They were.
Golems.
And then we have the Jaryu tribe with the leader, King Ryumwan.
I like him.
Yeah.
He is interesting. I don't know. I feel like, and I'm a little bit ahead of. I haven't finished it, so I'm trying not to go with stuff that's beyond what you guys watch. I feel like he's just ridiculously underused. If any of the villains are underused, it seems like the Jaryu tribe is a little bit of it. They have their moments, but I mean that's the good and the bad in Bokenger is multiple villain groups, because it does give it very different feels to different episodes.
But there's no focus.
At least, yeah. Although the one thing it has over a bunch of the things is it was adapted into a terrible Power Rangers series.
Operation Overdrive.
Operation Overdrive.
They did get that episode, or that two-parter, Once a Ranger, though. That wasn't terrible.
And they also decapitated the Red Ranger.
Really?
Yes.
I thought Once a Ranger was terrible. The reason it was terrible was
a good reunion episode. Or
for the old guys. It made the new team seem, like 20,000 times worse than they were.
Well, they are. And it was just like, look, here's some good Rangers.
Also, they kind of give up too. I mean,
Yeah,
That's the reason. They give up.
yeah.
Well, that's what you get with Disney Power Rangers.
but
They
then we
give
also
up.
got RPM. But you know,
I've heard good things about RPM. I didn't. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I just didn't like it.
Well, it went from such a lighthearted Sentai. I know we're not talking about that one today, but I was like, GoGo is so lighthearted compared to what RPM was.
Yeah, RPM was the Mad Max of Power Rangers.
Yeah, and GoGo was the GoGo of Sentai series.
Wonder was the new Power Ranger.
Exactly.
Well, we can't forget about the best season, Megaforce.
We're not talking
No,
about
I
that.
think you're forgetting about Super Mega Force.
We're
Oh,
not
I'm sorry.
talking about that either.
I won't go
No,
stupid.
we're totally not Pirates theme.
Yeah, no, we're not pirates. We just have skull and crossbones and.
Oh,
a
you
pirate
know, a
shield.
good pirate never steals.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, GoKaiger kind of said that, but they stole from bad guys. But they didn't
When they,
steal from.
uh,
I don't
okay.
remember them stealing from neutral or good people.
Yeah,
only
they never
Luca.
did.
What did
Only
she
Luke.
steal? I don't remember her stealing anything. She kind of blackmailed that guy for protection money, but he
that would be stealing a little. Well, not,
He kind of deserved it though.
but she didn't know that at the time.
The means justify the means.
But it's not an ends if you don't know the ends. That's like the means have been justified by this ends we just found out about.
And it all worked out in the end.
All
Yes,
right.
we're switching to GoKaiger this week.
No, okay, I'll stop on my back.
Okay, so the rest of the Jaryu tribe has also your generic monster of the week. All these groups are going to have a generic monster of the week sometime in the future. The minions of it are the Dragonite Soldier Jaryu. They kind of look
Which
like
look like
Dragon Lord.
walking raptor people.
Yeah, the Raptor people. They kind of look like Guardian Beast Dragon Caesar from Zoo
Not
Ranger.
really.
Zoo
Not
Ranger.
really.
What do you mean, not really?
I don't think they look like Dragon Caesar? You think they look like Dragon Caesar?
I mean,
Yeah.
this stuff. We're talking about the
Hey,
Jaryu tribe.
Dragon Caesar would be dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't look like that.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right here, and it says they are
Wait,
based...
wait. Hold on. Are you talking about one of the monsters, or are you talking about the mooks?
The Mooks.
Yeah, let me look this up.
Let me read.
'Cause I didn't catch that watching it.
Really?
I'm on Tokupedia.
Dragonoid Soldier Jaryu. Jaryuu. Yeah, there's Dragon Caesar. Or the
I
Dragon
could see
Zord.
maybe that might have been what they were going with, but I don't see it.
It's the headpiece.
Okay, I get the headpiece, but nothing else.
Yeah, is that the full? Is that the full Megazord? There's like little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I can say that. I'll say the headpiece is very, very similar, but it would just be that one.
And
Like when it's in, like to use Mighty Morphin, when it's in Dragon Zord battle mode.
then there's the Dark Shadow Clan. Pretty much ninjas. They're ninjas. There's no way around it.
Okay,
Cares.
I see maybe that's what they were going for, but if that was intentional, you would have had to tell me that in order to see it, because I still don't see it. But I understand, like, there's oh yeah, this is supposed to look like Dragon Caesar. okay, maybe in the fact that like if I took Dragon Caesar and went, okay, you're now actually a person, but as opposed to a robot. It's like I said, it's not. I see where they were going with it, but if that was intentional, they were not really clear with that. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And the Shadow Clan, Dark Shadow Clan, consists of Gekko Evolutions / Demon Bird thing.
Is that their boss?
That's their boss.
The bird,
okay.
that bird that actually it's an owl, right?
Yeah, he's based off of Kaku Ranger's holy stealth beast Subimaru, the eagle thing.
Tsubasa
Subasamaru, yeah. Or well, when he,
Falcon Zord.
yeah, the Falcon Zord. Although when he's in his regular form, he kind of looks like the navigation robot from Time Ranger Tech.
I haven't seen Time Ranger, but I don't know if they took this from Bokenger, but it reminded me of like I guess it was the mentor from Dino Charges Sentai. I'm blanking on the name.
Torin from Kyoruger?
Yeah, like the design just seems similar, and possibly the color palette. But
Yeah, but
Because they both had mustaches?
maybe, and they're birds.
Yeah.
and
No, Torin's not. Torin looks like a bird because I think they've even made a joke where he's like, no. Because, that was in the crossover with Go Busters where he started freezing up because he thought he was a giant chicken. Because of his weakness. Because of his weakness of freezing up whenever he sees a chicken, which that still may be the strangest weakness I've ever seen in Sentai.
yeah, and his underlings are Yaiba of Darkness or Blade of Darkness, and he is supposed to be based off of Kaku Ranger's first Megazord.
Yeah, that I see.
Yeah, it's in the little. It's in the helmet.
The faceplate, yeah, especially the faceplate.
Muteki
Muteki.
Shogun.
Yeah,
Muteki Shogun.
Muteki Shogun.
But when his
Yeah.
faceplate opens up in like a few episodes after his appearance, it's based off of the Steel Star Beast Giga Phoenix from Ginga Man.
Gingaman!
When it's evil, of
Gun,
course.
gun, ginga, ginga, man.
Whenever you hear the names, just jumping back to Gokaiger really quickly. Whenever I hear the name of Sentai now, I always want to do the shout whenever they use the keys, Gingaman or something like the
That's
shout
what I
whenever
did for the
From
longest
now on,
time.
From now on, when I say Sentai's team, I'm going to be doing that to the best of my ability.
Bokenger!
Kaku Ranger!
Bokenger!
And
The only one that's slightly worse is the voice from the Gabu revolvers from Kyoto. Cabarincho! Who's Buggy from One.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
yeah,
Buggy the Clown from One Piece. Yeah,
who was also the first Violet one.
the one that throws out its back. Well, yeah, because they actually made a joke in that the reason that it's his voice is because he invented all of it. That was the whole thing. Was he invented the technology, so that's why his voice.
And they also kind of make fun of the fact that the one that like the old has as well is just like because reasons.
No, but listen to the opening and realize that his narration that he's Buggy the Clown, and you'll hear it right away, especially in that opening.
And then we have the other underling, Shizuku. Yeah, she's a cute little ninja for being evil.
She just seems like, I haven't looked it up yet, she just seems like her design was taken from Kaku Ranger. I
Yeah,
can't.
all these guys are based off of Kaku Ranger.
Is. Yeah.
Her design is based off of the second Megazord, the Kakuri Daishogun, the one with the bear and the gorilla stuff.
Yeah.
The
I know
Ninja
what you're talking about.
Megazord for
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The
Yeah.
Ninja Megazord.
The ones that showed up in that stupid movie with Ivan Ooze, who's just terrible.
Yeah.
I liked him as a villain.
Really? I thought he was terrible.
I like him. I
He
thought
did
was
a lot.
funny.
He did a lot for his one appearance, you know.
Yeah, I just really liked Zed. That was the villain I loved, was Lord Zed. And then they nerfed him because he was so awesome to start with, and like people were like, "Oh, my kids are scared of him." Blah, 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 blah. Stupid kids.
But who are these heroes? Who are
Oh
these
shit,
heroes?
that got wrong.
But who are these heroes that are going to be defeating all these villains? Well,
Not
Bokenger,
Steve.
of course.
It's all gonna be her. She's gonna save the day. You just watch.
Let's start off with the leader, Boken Red, Satoru Akashi.
Who's the best Red I have watched yet? I'm sorry. He is the most competent Red that I think I've in any Sentai I've watched yet.
Well, he's
I
going to
feel
be...
like Captain Marvel is better.
Captain Marvelous maybe is a more interesting character, but Boken Red is far more competent.
I'll say that, like,
Well-
he is the more learned leader. Like, he knows more how to be an actual leader. I like the character of
It
Captain
kind of makes you wonder
Marvel.
what happened to his old team.
Yeah.
They died.
he's like Professor Farnsworth. He just keeps sending teams to their death.
Good news, everyone.
Everyone. And even more so because he keeps sending them for random stuff that's going to get them killed. Good news,
To
everyone.
shred, you say.
Well, there's a good reason why his character is so good. He's based off of Aka Ranger
That wouldn't surprise me.
from Go Ranger. Oh, wait, sorry. Go Ranger!
There we go.
Yeah. You know...
So, I knew this was an anniversary season, and I knew some of the stuff was like based off old Sentai.
yeah.
I didn't know all of the Rangers were also based off of
I didn't
other
either until you just said
characters.
that.
I'll tell you the teams right now. 2 from Go Ranger, 2 from Jetman, and 1 from... Ah, man, what was it? 1 from... Hold on. Very long page. 1 from... Oh, Battle Fever J.
Oh God,
One of them is supposed to be Battle Fever. Which one's supposed to be Battle Fever J?
probably the yellow one. I don't know, just from her attitude.
Nope. You are wrong. You're
Which
all
one is it?
blue.
Blue.
It's blue.
Because he's a spy?
Yeah, he's based off of Battle France.
Because he's a spy.
Yep.
That's why. Yeah, it's a looser thing with them.
It kind of makes sense being a spy.
Though the
I just love their formers. Like, he's a former spy. Pink is former, like, special operations.
Yellow's an amnesiac, and black is a former
A
thief.
thief. Yeah.
I'm
I was like,
already like Black, to be honest. I mean, he's kind of cute, and also, you know,
he's got the weird
kind of
tooth thing, though, and I can't stop looking at him.
Well,
Sorry.
that's because Black is a Guy clone. He's based off of Guy Yuki from Jetman.
As soon as you said Jetman, I was like, I know it's going to be Boken Black that's based off of Jetman. It's
Yeah.
got to be.
Yeah,
I mean, Guy was the best character in the show.
yeah.
He definitely grew the most. He's basically the Vegeta of Sentai.
Oh, jeez.
But Vegeta doesn't die.
Oh, shots fired!
Permanently.
Spoilers,
Shots
come on.
fired!
It's 20-year-old spoilers.
It was
I
so
don't
no.
It was so funny. It was so
You
funny.
definitely know that Guy's getting some in heaven.
He is.
He
That would be like.
does.
That would be like. That's like.
He's,
That's
paying,
like
he's
if I.
literally paying God at this point.
Well, have you seen him? He looks good enough to do it. I'm not afraid to say a man's handsome when a man's handsome. That man is handsome.
No, he is goddamn sexy.
Wait. Okay. Who the hell are we talking about?
Guy
Chapman?
Yuki. The
Yuki
complete-
guy.
The guy that we're not. The guy that we're trying to base off of.
Guy Yuki.
But yeah, Masumi.
Really?
Boken
I don't
Black.
know. I think it's kind of funny. It's right when I opened this page. The one next to it is the one who I think is better. But that's Negan from Walking Dead. But
Walking Black.
Walking Dead. Yeah, whatever. You know what I said.
What the
I-
fuck? Why are we experiencing?
And
That's like so. You know what's funny is yelling about Jetman. Suppose like the person who was yelling at me about Empire Strikes Back.
Oh shit, apparently if
Like,
Guy would have survived, it would have been his birthday like a few days ago.
yep.
Sucks for him.
Well, you know, he's banging God now, playing the sax, getting with God.
Black
Oh.
Condor.
Damn, that was a good tribute episode.
Black Condor. Oh, you mean the Gokaiger one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Actually, the Bokenger one.
I don't actually remember the Bokenger tribute.
It has Boken Red in it, and it has they bring back guy from the Jaryu clan.
Oh yeah. He's all melted and stuff, kinda.
Yeah, like he's missing a horn.
What was the rest of the episode about?
I think it was the two-parter, wasn't it?
The only two-parter I remember being a tribute was the Hurricaneer tribute.
No, there was a couple two-parters. It was like because they did a two-parter with the GoGo one too, I believe.
Oh, that's right, they did. They did that one. I just don't remember the Bokenger tribute.
And then the little like the little race car that they got that had the voice from Sanji.
I have to trust you on it.
Oh, you don't watch One Piece? Okay, never mind. You're lost.
I've seen some of the dub.
No. Wait, which dub?
I guess the good one, the one that's on
the
Crunchyroll.
Funimation one, as opposed to the terrible 4Kids one.
I remember the 4Kids one though. I watched that when it fucking came on.
Yo ho ho, eat a go. Yo ho ho, eat a lot of gum gum.
I watched that through the buggy fight.
Yeah. I need to catch up on that. I'm like 5 or 6 years behind in One Piece. I should probably catch up.
Yeah, you're probably about 400 episodes out then.
Probably, like all joking aside, probably.
It's like
That show
episode
just
700 or
keeps
something.
going.
Yeah.
Well, it's
like
a show
140.
that you need to watch. I found out, like, and my brother pointed this out to me the other day. That's a show that you almost need to wait for long arcs to be finished and then watch it in those arcs, because week to week, because I was trying to watch it week to week on Toonami, because it was about where I had left off with the dub. But I was like, oh my gosh, this goes so slow to watch it week to week.
See, I like doing that with a lot of shows. That way, if I get into it, I can just keep going. That's what I did with. I'd say that's what I did with Bokenger, because I should just marathoned it after I got it. I was just like, man,
Oh, that's O's, really. O's is just, you sit down and watch it and just, I couldn't stop.
Well, Sentai, at least Sentai in Bokenger does this for most of them. Although the one in the 10 episodes we stopped at a cliffhanger in episode 10. They, at least within the episode, usually finish the story. It's not so heavily serialized that you're like, stuff that gets too serialized, it just gets hard to watch it week to week.
I don't know. DS9, the final chapters wasn't that hard to watch week to week. I was enjoying it.
Our episodes, I think, can get away with it a little more.
Yeah, I was going.
I refuse. I'm going to do it like because we took over for so long with Star Trek. I am trying so hard not to mention anything about Star Trek tonight.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to put little jokes in here and there because
if you are actually going to go into a Star Trek tangent, I'm going to cut you off.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that. We
cut
had
both of
our
you
one on Sunday.
Okay, so I guess we could go on to the Yellow Ranger here. The main character of Bokenger. If you can't believe it.
Is she really though?
She
I
has
don't know. A lot of
she has
screen
the
time.
she has the points that says main character. She has a mysterious MacGuffin on her. She doesn't know her past, and she's trying to find out what it is.
It could be a fake out.
Well, I don't know. I just always think not Bokenger, but Sentai in general. It doesn't have a main character unless you go with Kyo Ranger where it was Daigo. But like for the most part, I don't think that it's so much an ensemble that I'm like I don't really consider anything other than any of the main 5 to be like as an ensemble in main group.
And by the way, her personality is based off of Ako Hayasaki from Blue Swallow from Jetman.
Oh, I thought her personality was based on a 5-year-old, so that's what I was just going. Like the writer's daughter bouncing around. He's like, I'll just write what she did yesterday. Okay.
And her secret stash of candy in a very obvious looking box. Oh, my candy is gone. Hey, did you eat all my candy? No.
I just helped my son for 30 minutes look for candy that I ate while he was asleep. I love that damn meme. It just reminded me of that.
Well, the one where I spent 30 minutes looking for chocolate I had already eaten? Yeah.
No, there was a meme. I'm sure there's a bunch of them, and it's like a parent. They're like, I just helped my son/daughter for a half an hour look for candy that I ate while they were asleep.
Yeah, that was something I linked last night, I think, because I was linking it to my. Well, no, I just linked it to my friend on her message.
I've just seen it bouncing around Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that one. It's pretty good.
I'm guilty of it.
I don't have any kids, so I don't.
And then we
Back
have
to the Bokenger.
Then we have the Pink Ranger.
The one who's surprisingly not the bubblehead.
Yeah, she's not the bubblehead. That's yellow.
No, I understand that, but I was trying to think of any Sentai before this where the Pink Ranger wasn't the bubblehead.
Oh, here's one. Momo Ranger. From Go Ranger.
Okay, yeah, a little bit less so.
Because
But
that's
I
who
felt like
she's
it
based
kind of
off
became
of.
a trope to make the Pink Ranger the bubblehead.
I didn't really think that. I mean, like Terra Ranger, she was kind of lightheaded a little bit. I wouldn't consider her like a bubblehead because she had some serious moments and she
Not
did it
exaggerated,
on her
like
own.
not as exaggerated, but let me rephrase that. If there was going to be one that was the bubblehead, it was going to be the pink. Usually, the fact that they made it the yellow, and then I kind of feel like they kind of realized from there, and they kind of went away from that, like because with this one, there's been 10 Sentai since then.
Not many have been.
Yeah, I mean the most annoying Senshi since then to me has been Geki Red, but because I can't stand him. But that's a different story.
He's really hyper.
Yeah. Pork
That's an
fried rice.
understatement. That's an understatement.
But yeah, these guys, I won't really say that they're a very coherent team. They still seem to fight because, well, it's the first few episodes. Of course, there's going to be fighting between the team.
It always seems like they go in as a group, and another treasure hunters and stuff. But even when the monsters attack, they always split into smaller groups.
They split the party. Never split the party.
Exactly. Save often.
Save often. Yeah. Because and I just like sometimes also where they were like, well, what was interesting to me was I think this is the first time that I can remember, and I know you're probably going to prove me wrong on this, where the series started with them already
Already
morphed.
Rangers?
Like not human form first.
The only time I've seen that was you see Gokai Red before you see Captain Marvelous. But yeah, any other time, usually they're either unmorphed or they haven't got their powers yet.
Or red slates to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the most recent, like in Suyoger had that.
Zooger, Tokyuger.
Ranger.
G-Ranger.
Yeah. A lot of those.
Yeah, I
Bokenger,
noticed that myself and thought it was odd that, not in a bad way, but it was just different that they were morphed and they were already a team. They had been a team for a while.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of the first episode.
Yeah, in fact, they were. The first episode starts like you would think the middle of like one of the, like the fourth or fifth episode would be. Like they're already like establishing everything.
They're on a mission. They're at their destination already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get the Precious, which is kind of a stupid name for me because when I think Precious, I think of the Lord of the Rings.
I was waiting for somebody to make that joke. I really was.
Precious.
I just love they have this little thing that like they literally scan it with it. And they're like, it has a precious. I don't think they call it the precious level, but like
It's a
like
power
the
level.
or a power. It's a power level, but I believe they actually call it a hazard level.
Yeah, it's a hazard
I'm like,
level.
this artifact is a hazard level of this, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Although this kind of has the whole
Find the MacGuffin.
No. Like this whole treasure hunt artifact as power thing that a lot of stuff recently they've been making TV shows and stuff like that do that. Like Warehouse 13, the Librarians, there were all these old like historical artifacts that have like magical powers or just powers because like this person held it or something like that.
Right.
I don't know. It's funny that this came out 10 years ago and then all of a sudden it seems to become a popular concept for shows again.
Right.
Well, they say fashion goes in circles.
True. Although Sentai it has a little bit of a cycle where like you go the anniversary and then you have something experimental and then
something mainstream.
Yeah.
We got Go Busters out of that.
Go Busters.
I mean,
yeah. Busters ready to go.
Go Busters aesthetically, it's nice, but
other than that,
okay. So one thing I don't understand is in the Boken their suits. Why? What is with the chrome?
Because it's shiny.
I just thought it was because they, cars.
Because they're new.
I just
haven't
like
put into work yet.
I don't really like the design of their suits in general, to be honest.
I don't like the white stripe in the middle. I think it could do without that.
I kind of like the helmets, especially Bokenger.
I like that they actually have lights on them because it kind of feels like it fits their theme of like going into caves and shit like that. Like, oh, we're probably gonna need light.
Yeah, but this isn't the first team of Rangers to do that. Yeah,
I know.
Look at Car Ranger.
Ranger.
Kind of sounds like a motor.
Traffic safety, yo.
Fighting for traffic safety. Oh, Car Ranger. Ugh. How much Car Ranger have you guys watched?
I haven't started it yet.
I've seen like an episode or two.
Up to episode 30.
I kind of want to do
my
I kind of want to watch
brain.
Live Man before I watch Car Ranger.
Car Ranger breaks my brain sometimes.
They got baked into a giant pizza.
Well, they got their salad tossed.
They did.
EJ
was going to toss their salad.
The first episode of Car Ranger where he drags them out with their hands tied, like, no, you will be the Car Rangers. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell am I watching?
I mean, they went with an aesthetic on that, and they succeeded with their aesthetic. I haven't seen the whole show, so I can't say anything about the show, but what they were going for.
Their villains, though, are just so wow. That's all I can say to it without really like going on into a long bit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Megazords that all these guys have is a helicopter thing, submarine, I think a dump truck,
There's a dump truck.
Race car, and whatever, a bulldozer.
And then they had the cement mixer and the drill and the
Shovel, a crane,
and
and a
the
jet.
shovel, the crane, the jet, the. Oh wait, that's later on. Never mind.
Oh yeah, the jets later on. Oops.
Yeah.
Talking about the Megazord for just a split second, I know they did this as a tribute to old Sentai because it reminded me a lot of old transformation sequences. I love their actual the Daiboken transformation sequence because it's to me it's just really a throwback to the very old Mecha transformations, and then it has its own theme song.
Yep. And it has a shovel.
Nice little touches. It does have a shovel and a pick.
Yes,
and it
but the
combines
shovel
Megazord.
is more awesome.
Yeah, the shovel, the most powerful weapon man has created. It soon shall be a toy in children's toys aisle.
What's this?
I kind of figured fire might be a little bit higher on the
That's
list,
not
but who
safe.
the hell am I?
It's a sword. It's not supposed to be safe. But what if they cut themselves? That would be an important lesson.
It's called survival of the fittest.
That's from Hogfather, where he's giving the kid a sword. They're like, the sword, that's not safe. They're a child. Why are you giving it to him? It's a sword. It's not supposed to be safe. It'll be a learning tool. What if they cut himself? That would be an important lesson.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It is pretty good.
Hogfather's fun.
It is.
Yeah, so far it's a pretty solid team. The pacing of it could be a little bit better. I mean, they showed
Yeah,
off.
I do agree.
I do have something to say about that. I know what you guys are doing. I just wanted to interject real fast.
Yeah, the extra Zords that they get. The earliest one that they got was like what, episode 3, 2?
It might be
Well-
2, to be honest. It was really early.
Well, they do the first 3 episodes. They do one for each team, like each negative syndicate, And then I believe like 4, 5, and 6 are all new mechs.
Yeah.
So like they take the first 6 episodes and they're introducing something new, I think, in each of the first 6.
Well, Bandai has their quotas.
And they also got the Excel attacker for their cannon
They're
gun.
more oh no, like the shield thing.
Yeah, the shield
Because
thing,
he has because that's how they can hold the mixer gun.
the mixer drill gun.
Yeah, I do like in Bokenger, like, okay, some Sentai do this and some don't. Some Sentai, they're like, oh yeah, it just gets bigger because it gets bigger. At least they don't really spend a point of trying to explain why the monster grows. I feel like this one at least makes a point of trying to at least give a hand-wavy explanation as to why the monsters are growing, because they don't always. Not all of them did, if I remember right. I don't believe they pull a mech in every episode.
They did. Well, they kind of have to. It's a staple to do at least one Megazord fight per episode.
Not always. There's been ones that don't have them.
Huh.
It's usually far and few between, though.
Right, but I feel like this one, there was a few they did where they didn't have one. I might be remembering wrong, because I'm trying to go a little bit on my memory of when I watched the first 10, which has been a couple weeks now. I didn't rewatch them this week. But I could have swore there was a couple that they didn't pull out the mech.
Oh, I'm looking that up right now.
They don't in the first one, do they?
Yeah, Task 1.
Yeah, they do.
That surprised me that they pulled it out in the first episode.
I like when they have the individual parts of the mech be more important. Like, they actually do something with it. I'm not saying, like, in this one in particular, as opposed to, like, Gokaiger, where I don't think the separate pieces of the mech ever did anything.
No, just the red parts actually did something.
Yeah, because you would think, like, how do 5 useless things make one really good thing?
Yeah, and I like it when they use, in any Sentai, where they use them separately, at least a little bit.
Yeah, they did it in Gokaiger, but I think they did at least do it in this one a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first Zord that we see is the submarine.
Well, they actually used them as vehicles at least a couple times in the show.
Yeah,
like they're not just a fighting. Although the engine of the mech is what powers their suits. So.
Yeah, and probably the one that has probably done the most by itself is, of course, the Red Rangers, GoGo Dump.
GoGo Dump.
GoGo Dump.
Man, Unleash Samu was here.
Okay, so on the
I'll fall into that role.
On the just really quickly on the Bokenger, what do you think of the theme song?
I love it.
It's
I
a
don't think
good opener.
Catchy.
But I think it's catchy and it's fun. But with most Sentai, they at least a couple times, and even this one, will throw their theme song into a fight sequence. This song does not work for that when they do that.
No, it does not.
It's too happy.
Yeah, but it works on its own,
song.
But it's not a fight song.
Like going back to Gokaiger, how many times did you hear that song during a fight and it fit? It fit as a theme and it fit as a fight song.
Not much.
No, quite. I liked it whenever they did it, and I mean, I love it when they do that. Like Tokuger, their song fits for fights. Q Rangers kind of did too. Q Ruger, sorry. Q Rangers, the new one. Never mind. And Gokaiger did it. Well, Shinkenger's really worked for that.
Yep.
I really need to watch Shinkenger.
Chan bara bara.
Chan bara. Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. No.
Buddy.
I like that their mecha's hat had a drawstring on it. Okay. I know I'm easily distracted by shiny objects, but...
We all are. I think that's what makes us fun. What do we want? Better ADHD medicine. What do we want?
Hey, look, it's chicken.
Well, yeah, so far the series has been pretty good. Some parts do need to get better, but that's a good 1 to 10.
Also, the Go Rangers are coming to Blu-ray.
Interesting. The thing about Bokenger's first 10 episodes is I don't think they do, and it's not so necessarily a bad thing because they work on their individual bits. they don't really connect together that well. I don't think, at least at first. It takes them a while before they start making the better Sentai to me, the better series. They have a good job of keeping the underlying story going, even if it is very episodic. This one is very episodic and doesn't have much as far as the underlying story, at least in the first 10. I think they do better once they get going, having seen further in the show. But at least to start, I think they needed to do a little bit better on that.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that with me personally, it's like I have to watch 10 episodes of the show before I kind of get in. And it's like, and I kind of have to choose between there. Like, do I want to keep going or not? It's like, so it's like, I'm not sure.
Well, the end of the 10th episode has that great cliffhanger, so I did at least want to watch episode 11 again.
Yeah, that definitely is really awesome cliffhanger. But like,
when they're dragging away the Daiboken.
Daiboken, no! Give that back! No.
Give me back my senpai!
Andy, your thoughts?
I mean, I'm kind of just through the podcast just express the things I've got. It's a fun show to watch, and I'm enjoying it. One of the things I didn't like, I'm not a big fan of their outfits.
Yeah.
And
they're not spandex.
It's not even that. I just don't like that damn stripe.
Yeah, it's the huge white down the middle of it that just is very off-putting.
Like, other
That must
teams
have been a
have
bit
done
too
stuff
achieved.
kind of like that and made it work. It just doesn't work here. I like the Mecha, and I kind of like the fact you're just thrown into the show. There's really no introduction. It's just like the show's been going on, and this is where you're coming in.
Right, because sometimes I get tired of watching a new pilot episode for each Sentai. I'm like, okay, I get the concept. You're going to be a team. You're going to fight these things.
Yeah.
Oh, and guess what? You have giant robots. Yeah, I get that. Just give me the characters and let's get going. Because usually what I...
They got to show off stuff in the first episode for the toy sales.
Oh, I know. That's fine. I have no problem with. I understand it's a business, but what am I thinking of? Zoo Oger had to explain so much stuff their first episode this year. Bokenger, nah, they were just beating them up almost at first. I mean, they had to add
5 minutes in.
Yeah. Yes, they explained a lot of stuff, but they kind of, I feel like Bokenger kind of split their introduction over a few episodes, where some of them they're like, no, we have to explain everything. We have to explain why they have this power now. We have to explain who these villains are and why they suck, other than they're just blow up the world, mwahaha, which some of them are, but
Walls Gill.
For shits and giggles.
Well, yeah, or cover the world in darkness, which was the Shadow Line, and
I mean, Go Tiger, they kind of had a give me because their theme, the narration before their theme, explained a lot of their first episode, so you could kind of listen to that and then go into the episode. Oh, okay, this is what's going on.
Whenever you use the opening of Kaicho, all I can think of is the music they plays when they're playing like that.
When they're doing that stupid Batman and Robin run at the screen.
when they're walking in and they're like, yes, and now the people who have become pirates, wah-ha-ha!
Yeah, they got a break with that. You got that, and in the first episode, within a few minutes, they're already fighting the mooks.
Yeah, and the reason, and what was more interesting was because in that show, they were already fighting them. They just brought their fight to Earth, essentially.
Yeah, the party came here.
Yeah, where in this one, they spent more time sending, which they kind of had to do when you're doing 3 villain groups. You got to make them distinct, and they did a very good job of making them distinct in Bokenger. But that kind of meant when you're doing that many, you were going to have to spend 3 episodes explaining who your villains are.
Yeah, because it's red team versus white team versus blue team versus the rainbow team.
Yep. Versus, I can't remember what the Akasha are. Akasha are kind of weird colored.
They're black.
They're more metallic. They're more black, and they kind of get kind of metallic-y when they become the Questers. But
yeah, so it's pretty much that they're all stuck in a team deathmatch.
Mm-hmm. And they do a really cool job of making each of them be like a really, as opposed to they're responding to an attack from the villain like a lot of Sentai is. Their race, each episode has that kind of race to the goal feel of it, where it's more, it's not so much, oh, they're attacking the city, we better save the city. It's more about, yeah, we found this and they kind of have too, you just better get it before them. So it kind of has a different, each fight has a different feel to it, as opposed to just, oh shit, not Tokyo again kind of deal.
Ooh, I'm scrolling through my newsfeed, and apparently our new Power Rangers movie is getting a Japanese release.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the movie, dude.
I'm sorry, Japan. I apologize.
Japan, we failed you. We failed you once with Godzilla, and then we failed you again.
I was about to say,
And then now we
Godzilla.
Come inside.
Forgive us, Japan. We hate us too.
Can we blame Trump for this somehow? No.
Yes.
Yes,
No
we can,
politics.
we can
No
blame
politics.
the Cheetos.
Stopping politics. I couldn't resist stopping politics now.
Well, all I was gonna say is, people have done that for Obama. You know, it's gonna continue no matter what.
Report number one.
Shut up, Wesley.
I can't go off on Star Trek. Not right now. After the podcast.
Star Trek.
And
Oh, I can.
So is it so are me and you going to be able to talk about Q Ranger at all without comparing it to Star Trek?
Probably not.
well, I've been looking up some extra stuff while you guys were talking, and apparently, Bokenger did a crossover with an anime series called Pretty Cure.
Yeah.
Precure.
How did they do a crossover with an?
It was an
Of
audio
course they did
drama.
it with Shin-chan.
Oh, okay.
It was an audio
Of course
drama.
they did it with Shin-chan, though.
Yeah.
Ninja had that weird cartoon thing for the beginning of their 5 years later movie, which I really wish I hadn't watched. Ninja, I mean, not just the.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
I'm just trying to look up some other facts here. I've already said the fact about all the monsters being based off of previous Megazords.
Mm-hmm.
I've already mentioned that the Boken in Bokenger means adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Round and round, Boken dreamer.
That's the end credits, and it's end credits. Most people don't even watch them, but I do gotta say it's very lighthearted.
I don't.
And it's a really weird shift in mood from when something goes super serious in one parter, and then just cuts to happy music. Like, oh, how do I feel about this?
Oh yeah, like that's never happened in Sentai. I mean, like super serious ending of Kyoruchi. Dun 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 dun. I'm like, no, you don't need to be dancing. Or in Zoo Oger, where like they had, especially in the most recent one, without giving away any spoilers, you have this huge dramatic reveal at the end, and then nope, it's time for the happy dance time. I'm like, but the guy chained, but he chained, but no, but he's chained up. or the Gokaiger one, where like at the end, where they thought that all of them were dead.
Yeah.
And then we'll go right to the end. We'll go right to the superhero getter at the end.
Yeah, we're just going to sing about superheroes now.
I mean, I understand it. You have an ending credits theme, and it's still the end of the episode. But sometimes, I'm like, are you even trying to keep a mood here? Of course, probably not, because in any Sentai, if you watch the next episode preview, it really destroys almost all tension usually.
Yeah. But I usually never get that far. Usually when I see end credits, it's, okay, video's done. It's over.
No. Well,
Yeah,
it
as soon
usually
as I see the song, boop, next one.
Oh, see, I usually just let it play and let it just go on its own to the next one. So it usually plays on mine.
My Xbox won't do that. I have to manually switch it.
Really? My Xbox One will automatically just go to the next file.
Alright, so is this everything that we can say about Bokenger for now?
For the
For now.
first gen, yeah.
Alright, so somebody lead us off.
Oh,
It's been the Writers of the Lost Zord podcast talking about Bokenger. This is Andy.
and no-san.
Nami-chan?
And Frozen Traveler.
Oh,
Onions
don't
are
forget
just
an
onions.
onion is just an onion.
Yeah. What if it's a green onion as opposed to a normal onion? Because that doesn't have any layers.
Oh, right. The question of the... I feel like starting up a new
red
segment.
onions have layers.
Question of the week.
Yes.
What is the best adventure you've ever been on?
Wait, are you asking us, or are we
Yeah,
asking
you guys can
Paige?
answer too.
I went to the Roosevelt Dam.
When we were fighting the Nazis for the Lost Ark of the Covenant, and I saw all those snakes, and that was really sucks. And then I was on my spaceship with. Oh no, wait, that's Harrison Ford. I always mix me and him up.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
my
all-
road trip. My road trip to Alaska probably is the best adventure I did. So
Did you drive through Canada?
yes, kind of have to if you drive to Alaska.
You get down and stay in the old red, white, and blue?
No, you can't. It doesn't make it all the way to Washington.
Well, I mean, until you got to the ocean, you'd have to. I mean,
can't drive
all the way through Canada.
We thought about seeing if my brother's car was a hovercraft, but we decided not to.
Okay,
We decided-
I'm stupid. Okay.
Everybody dumb.
Train on the water, boat on a track.
Wait, what?
It's from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
My-
It's probably after I stopped watching it.
One of my
It's only been like the last couple of years. Sorry, go ahead.
one of my best adventures is going through Gator World in Florida.
Is that like Gator Golf?
No,
I think
it's-
my son went there a couple of years ago.
yeah,
Gator Golf.
I think so, because he's got a picture and he's got a stuffed gator.
Well, at least you hope it was.
I know what he's talking
No.
about. They made it look like it was chomping off my ass.
But all right, this place sounds inappropriate.
All right,